Oh, snap. They let 3 whole people in here. Maya Egypt, the queen in the building. Blessings to the queen, Maya Egypt. My brother, 4K in the building. Salute to my brother, 4K in the building. JJ Short Deuce in the building. Edward Torres in the building. They let 4 whole people come in the building today. Ain't that something? Let's give YouTube a round of applause, shall we? And Walt Willis, my brother, in the building. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody with y'all? What's goody with y'all, man? So now we got some interesting news, right? That came out, and of course it's going to be denied, and some people are going to say their sources is real, and you're going to get other people say the sources is fake, and of course it's a merry-go-round in YouTube. I mean, in boxing, right? Boxing is right. Salute to my brother 4K. He said, to be clear, I didn't get a notification. I just looked at the time and opened the app. It's absolutely disgusting. It's literally disgusting what they do for. It's absolutely disgusting. Abayani Anderson, my brother in the building. What's up, family? So, you know, you're gonna get now people that come out, and you know, we had these reports that came out from ESPN Deportes, ESPN Mexico, right? And you know, they said that Chief Wildfire was good, family. He said that he spoke with a source, and source said that, you know, he believes that, you know, Canelo Alvarez is going to face off against Jamal Charlo in May and Terence Crawford in September, in that order. Right? DeMarcus Martin, my brother in the building. What's up, family? Chief Wildfire in the building. What's up, family? So CJ Mack, my brother in the building. Frank Sinoris, brother in the building. He said Leonard Ellaby already came out and said Canelo rumors are fake. He didn't say the Canelo rumors are fake. He said if you didn't hear it from Canelo and Eddie Reynoso, don't believe it. They will announce it when they get ready. Once again, the same old story that we get from the sport of boxing. Ruben Gutierrez, what's up, family? So, you know, what do I think about Bullet and Rolly split? I'll get into that in 1 second. Don't let me forget. So here's the thing, right? Okay. Here's the thing, right? You going to bed? Night, baby. Love it, kid. Yonet and Chill TV, Dominican Love. Salute to you. Blessings to you. Abaman, what's up, family? So here's the thing. It's the sad same old story in the sport of boxing. Like and Leonard Ellaby said, right? Not like Leonard Ellaby, he knows this. Shout out to Leonard Ellaby. I'm tired of the sad same old story and the same old narrative in the sport of boxing. I'm tired of it. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. Jose Ayala, peace and blessings to you, great brother. And people will say, well, Blue, you just mad because you got this information wrong. You got that information wrong. No, I didn't get anything wrong. You see, let me explain something to y'all. Like you see this brother works for ESPN, okay? Now, Y'all can say what you want about Blue. Blue sits here and Blue is an independent contractor, right? And Blue be making them stories, right? Because y'all look at me and say I'm not justified. I'm not co-signed, okay? But now you have a brother here, a Latino brother that works for, right? ESPN. You have a Latino brother that works for ESPN. He has a relationship with Canelo's team. So he's saying that he got information, right? That Canelo is planning to fight Jamal Charlo in May and then planning to fight Terence Crawford in September. Immediately, okay, likes to come out and say, Chris J, what's up, family? Everybody likes to come out and say, oh, this is fake. That's fake. Why do you think it's fake? Or is it that they change their mind and go in a different direction? Or is it that they're telling you that this is a possibility? But we get so enamored. Maya Egypt, peace, blessed, beautiful queen in the building. Right? Dre Cilandro, brother, what's up, family? So now let's think about this, right? Y'all are quick to say, man, what you talking about? That news is fake. Okay, so my news is fake, sitting from where I'm sitting. But when when it's justified, when it happens, it's not fake. But when it comes from the same people and it don't happen, it's fake. Now make that make sense. Now this brother works for ESPN, a Latino brother that works for Boss ESPN Deportes, and he reports the Mexican news, right? Now his news is fake. Now, what's the odds of everybody's news being fake? Now ask yourself that question. What is the odds? I don't know him. He don't know me. His news is fake. My news is fake. Michael Benson news is fake. Everybody news is fake until the fighter say it. Now make that make sense, people. I want you just to sit down and use your common sense and say something is not right here. And again, like I said before, and I told the queen when the queen came in and said, "Oh, you just mad because your news you don't want to be wrong." See, I'm an advocate as a fan of the sport of boxing. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing before anything. I'm a fan. That's why I got into this, because I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. So all of that being right and being wrong, that makes me know never mind. What I want to see is the fights get made. I want to see the best fighting the best. And it don't always, because the sport of boxing is top heavy. So it don't always have to be the best fighting the best, but quality fights. Yeah. Competitive quality fights is what I want to see. I don't care about it. Oh, this information was wrong. If I was wrong about Jamal Charlo fighting Canelo Alvarez, then it ended up being Jamel Charlo, I could care less, because I just want to see the best fighting the best. And at this rate, y'all don't pay attention. But you ain't getting the best fighting the best. You're not getting quality fights. You're not getting announcements. It's going dead. It's going dry. You have long periods of time where there's nothing happening in the sport of boxing. But yet we have hundreds of boxers that box. And you mean to tell me with hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of boxers, we can't get consistent quality fights? Again, it don't have to be Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. It don't have to be Tank and Devin. It don't have to be T.O. and Shakur Stevenson. It don't have to be, David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, or Inoue and Tank David. It don't have to be that level, but just good quality fights. You getting these pop-up fights that you didn't even ask for and didn't ask to see. pop-up fights that you hoping turn out to be a quality fight. Like, for instance, Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu. You hope that's a quality fight. So you hope that Keith Thurman shows up and we get a glimpse of the old Keith Thurman in this fight with Tim Tszyu. You're hoping that. Because you didn't ask to see that. That came out of left field. You didn't ask to see Canelo versus Jermell Charlo either. That came out of left field. And look, then you get mad at the fight itself. Then the fight turns out to be non-competitive. Jermell Charlo don't commit to nothing, and now y'all mad at Jermell Charlo instead of being mad at the matchmakers. Ain't that amazing? And salute to my brother, my co-host, ringside.
Ringside.
Ring Ryder with my brother, my co-host, A-Side, Armstrong Consultant. He's in the building.
Salute.
What's shaking with you, King?
Hey, you know what's a fun fact? When I had ring rivals with A-Side, you could never get it right. Then I cut it short so you can get it right, which is ring rivals. And you always say ring rivals with A-Side now. Isn't that
right?
Isn't that crazy? When I actually took it off, you get it. You got it
now
right.
I get it right.
Now you get it right. And you showing off now. You showing off with the big curl patterns. You know,
oh man, listen. The truth of the matter is, my hair was braided, and I got so stressed out. I just took it out and didn't have nothing to put in. I was sitting watching the game and just took it out. I'm not even lying to you.
Right.
And it was just all over the place. So the wife washed it.
Right.
And did this here.
Hey man, you rocking out with it, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Robert Chandler, what's up, family? Salute to Truth Springsteen, brother, in the super chat. We appreciate you.
Salute, Robert Chandler. How you feeling, great brother? Salute, TR.
He said Bud beats Canelo, comes back down and beats Boots. I highly doubt that. Joe Johnson, what's up, nephew? 3800 Ernesto, what's up, family? A. Abamad, what's up, family? Jesus Valdez Carranza workout, what's good? D-Ray live on the drive, my brother.
Ernesto.
Chris J,
feeling,
Robert
man?
Chandler, Monty Norman, Black Rob, what's up? Rob, what's up, family? Rob B, what's up, family? Yeah, so I highly doubt that Truth Springsteen, and the reason I doubt that is because if he go all the way up to 168, there's no way possible at 37 years old, Terence Crawford is coming back down to 147 pounds. That's just not going to happen, great brother. But it's a good, it's a good dream to have. What'd you say, A-Side?
It's a dream that I'm keeping, and I'm a daydream about it, and I'm always going to, you know what I'm saying? I want to see Bud fight Canelo, but I'm neither here nor there. What's going on, Blue? Man, we got crazy stuff to talk about. We got a pair. So I should have wrote this stuff down, man. We got Munguia knocking down and knocking out Ryder with the delayed knockout that's causing up a bunch of controversy, and we have Devin apparently being bullied at 15 and is being dragged on. We have some people that's actually wishing upon him transitioning, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. We got Gervonta Tank Davis, reportedly lashing out at Devin because of his team. It's a lot of stuff to talk about in boxing, man. Yeah. So what you want to shoot on first?
Now, and salute to my brother Charles Edward Cheese in the building.
Salute, Cheese.
Lieber 926 in the building. Big Sarge 31 in the building. MD Mills in the building. Alexis in the building.
Salute, Alexis. How you feeling?
So, here's the thing, Mr. Jannar Hill in the building. So now, there's so many, like you said, there's so many things to touch on.
There's so many things,
right?
From like Friday to now, it's just so many things happen.
Right now, that whole thing with people just wishing that just goes to show the level of disdain. They're not fans. The amount of actual fans in the sport of boxing are very, very slim. Guillermo Maldonado, brother, in the building. Gabe Moore in the building. the amount of true boxing fans is gone. You have
Right.
people wishing transition on this young man, just turned 24, successful,
Right.
don't get in no trouble. Because social media allows it, number one. Number two, the disdain for people and the jealousy for people's success is at an all-time high. Right? And then on top of that, right? They don't even know him. But it just goes to show you can say anything you know. Do you see any type of person in any other sport saying those types of things?
No. It's
No,
ridiculous.
no.
It's ridiculous.
And so it just shows the level of disgustingness in the sport of boxing because it's the Wild Wild West. So it allows it. You understand? And then because Brother Adam, what's up, family? Now on top of that,
so I had heard it from you on the live, but I never got a chance to actually see where the content was displayed.
I'll send it to you right now.
Send it to me. Send it to me so I can actually look at it, because I had heard it and I was like, this is wow. I think I called Foe and Sean about it, and I had asked them their opinions. Like, they even said it was absolutely crazy. And Foe was one of the biggest Gervonta Tank Davis fans out there, and he don't even approve of that because he understands that it's a sport of boxing, it's a sport at the end of the day, and so it's no justification to ever say something like that because Tank is your favorite fighter. I have friends that have Tank as their favorite fighter as well, and would never ever conceive thoughts like that. You see what I'm saying? So that got something to do more so with an individual than they have to do with you being a favorite or a fighter being your favorite fighter. There's no justification to speak something like that, to permeate something like that in the air at any point in time. You see what I'm saying? I can never conceive myself thinking of Tank transitioning at any point in time. I can never perceive myself as doing something like that at any point in time just because Devin Haney's my favorite fighter. It doesn't make sense to me. Like that's too far. That's too far. You know what I mean? Like, I can always
it's actually disgusting.
Yeah, it's extremely disgusting. And that tells you where we are in our community in regards to our how we hold the value of life. You get what I'm saying? How we just toss it to the side like it's nothing. We don't hold life dear anymore. We don't hold our brothers and our reflections in our eyes dear anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see myself wishing harm, on someone because they're not my favorite fighter or because they're my favorite fighter's opponent or future rival. It just don't make sense to me. Somebody that don't even know you,
right?
You know what I mean? Somebody that don't even know you is wild,
right? I text it to you. They ain't even worth us saying their names.
Yeah, for sure. No, I wouldn't do. I just wanted to see it.
But it's just absolutely disgusting. You understand? Has no place in life.
Right, Hope Nell. I agree with that.
Salute to my brother Hope Nell in the building. Nasir Ahmad in the building. Danny Garcia in the building. Colin Davis is in the building. TR in the building. Brother Adam in the building. Rivarius Jones in the building. Okay, so what do I think? Kenneth Neal, what's up, family? In the building. So the brother was asking me, what do I think about Bullet Gibson and Rolly Romero splitting? Now, here's my thing, right? I thought they was on borrowed time together anyway, because let's be honest, Rolly is not getting any better. He's fundamentally lacking all types of skills, right? He lacks the fundamentals. You can see he has the talent, but he lacks the fundamentals. And depending upon how they split, that's another story. Because Bullet don't deserve for him to just, do him dirty. Now, but if they sat down and they had a conversation and Rolly said, listen, you know what? I appreciate you getting me this far, but I feel like I'm not excelling. And I need to excel. I need to progress. I don't mind you staying in my corner, but I have to elevate, and I'm going to explore other options to bring in. Now you could be a part of the team if you want. No, I don't have nothing personal. I just need to elevate. It's my career, my sport. I have no problem with that. But if he just turned around and was with another trainer and Bullet was unaware, and then all of a sudden other people was like, man, that dude is trash. You need to get away from that dude. Because people have been saying that about Bullet and Rolly situation forever. Oh, this dude trash,
brother Adam.
And you stuck it out. And now tomorrow you just decide to pull a rug from underneath that man's feet and take food off his table. You understand? Yee Huncho, what's up, nephew?
What up, Yee Huncho? Salute, brother Adam.
Then I'm not cool with that. But I do think that the relationship, I thought it was definitely time for Rolly to upgrade his trainer. And not that Bullet is not a good trainer. It's just sometimes you could be teaching the fundamentals, but your voice is not being heard. And you might need to bring in another voice. You understand? That teaches the basics, and maybe he picks up on the basics better from somebody else. But he definitely a change needed to be made, period. You know what I'm saying? Ben Frank Jr., 100, what's up, family? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not appalled to the change. I'm just appalled to how the change came about. If it came about in a sneaky way where Bullet was unaware and it blindsided him, that ain't cool. Because that man, Bullet could have quickly been, he backed Rolly this entire time. He stayed behind Rolly. You know what I mean? He praised Rolly. You know, so if Rolly decided that he was just going to pull a rug from underneath that man's feet, that ain't cool. You understand? But if he did it the proper way, I'm all for it. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So what you think about it though, ASAP?
I don't think if I'm being frank, and this is no disrespect to Coach Bullet, I don't think Coach Bullet is a good boxing coach. I'm just being honest with you. I think it's amazing that him and Rolly got to the place that they're in right now. It was due to, I wouldn't even say preparation. It was due to an insane amount of luck and actually showing up, signing with the right people, and having and orchestrating the right fights. Being that he did get him this far, I think it'll actually behoove Bullet, if he really loved Rolly, to let him go to other individuals that will be able to really, really help take him to that level. Because I don't really know a Bullet like that. I don't believe he have the pedigree. And I believe that now Rolly is in a rare place that I didn't think he would be in. And he has a window of opportunity that is very faint. It is as faint as a flame on a candle, and they need to maximize that opportunity as much as possible. If you love somebody like that and you see that they have the potential, you gotta open the door to give them that potential to spread their wings. He have to do that. So it can't be from a selfish point at this point. But then Rolly, with loyalty, Rolly can keep him around, right? But I don't know if Bullet is always going to want to keep that number one spot, because he cannot be in the number one spot anymore. So I don't know if he got to completely sever that tie and move forward. I would think it would be something that both of them need to sit down and talk about. If he want to have him involved in his team some way, shape, or form, he probably can, but he cannot be in that position anymore, because they have to strike while the iron is hot right now with Rolly. That's what I think. All right. So I just want to ask everyone at this moment, if you guys are inside of the building, I know some of you guys are coming inside of the building. You see some of the people you start chatting in the chat. That's not a problem. This content is not free, but you guys can pay for the content by smashing the like button. And the way you do that is very easy. If you're on any mobile device, go ahead and click the X at the top right-hand side of the screen. Once the chat go down, you press the thumbs up button until it glows black and then come back into the chat. We'll appreciate all of you guys. Please make sure you smash the like button. Like I said, that will pay your admission for the content today. And it will show us your gratitude and appreciation that you have for the channel. We appreciate all of you guys. Salute, Jonathan 97. How are you doing? Make sure you guys definitely click that link that's in the chat. That sends you directly to my page. I definitely will appreciate if you guys subscribe to my page. I do have some content that I'm working on in the vaccine with Blue. I have some content that I'm going over with Sean. I think you guys will be extremely interested in. I haven't been making any videos because I've been focusing on that. So definitely click that link, and we have some exclusive things coming out for you guys soon. Thank you.
Absolutely.
BBG, salute. I'll finish printing that stuff up. I sent it. I'm gonna send it to you. I want you to look it over.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know you was ripping and running. Yeah, you was ripping and running. You was ripping and running.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hey, that's the number one person. If it wasn't that, I'd be like, yo, yo.
Hey, bro, what the?
Yeah, no. That one's off guards. It's like, nah, I don't want no static with that.
Yeah.
I pick and choose my battles.
And it went right into the game, bro. Right into the game.
Sure.
Like almost surpassed the game. I had to be like, man, wait a minute.
Oh, for sure, Hope now. For sure. You know what it is, Hope now? I'm gonna start to do lives, Hope now. When I actually start to do lives, all the people from here, I know you guys' names. You guys see you guys every day. Whoever got wrenches over here, you definitely gonna have wrenches on the other side. We need to be, like I always say, we need to be able to identify our family members. So for sure, whoever have wrenches over here and you've been rocking with us and you steadily been rocking with us, when we go over to the other chat, you guys are Godfather Dan. So that's not even a concern. That's not even a worry.
So now this whole situation, right, in the sport of boxing. So it was reported from this fella from ESPN, and immediately everybody runs to tell the world how fake it is. G Seto, what's good? Well, you should ask yourself, right? Why would it be fake? So a member from Canelo's team, Eddie Reynoso could say, hey, we're looking to fight Jamal Charlo and Terence Crawford. That don't mean they go with Terence Crawford. Eddie Reynoso could tell me that personally. And I could say, hey, man, they looking to go with, and then they go with Terence, they go with Jamal Charlo and then David Benavidez. So does it mean I lied? No. There's a strong possibility, Cerebral One, what's good, that they could change their mind. Things can change along the way. For instance, they had the Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua fight was signed for March, and now it ain't happening. So because they'll come out number 3, what's up? And you should ask yourself, it's the same old tired story. It's not necessary for it to be a mystery as who is Canelo Alvarez fighting next? Is it going to be Jamal Charlo and Terence Crawford? Is it going to be Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez? Right? My brother Bish, B Megastar in the building. What's up, family? Right? Who is it going to be? Why does it matter to be a secret society? For what?
Yeah. It's not working because another thing. It's so many things to talk about. Another thing, like boxing didn't even come in the top 12 as the major sports in the United States, and to watch out for, to look out for. So this sworn secrecy is not working at all. It's not working.
No. But let me correct you, A-Side. No, it's working. It's working for them to steal your money.
Okay. But what money are they going to steal if the fans are divested from the sport?
See, so they have that's why I said, so they have a short list of fighters that they're stealing money from the fans and giving to said fighters, and then telling you the world that they're the face of the sport of boxing. That's what's happening. See, because when if all was true was revealed, right? Dub C, what's up, family? Reginald Fields, what's good? Crunch Time Sports, what's good? If all was the truth was revealed, then you can't get away with it. Phil J 508, what's up, family? If you had the true best fighting the best, you can't tell the world this fighter. See, a brother put on Instagram and he said, you rather tell us, for instance, Gervonta Tank Davidson, I'm gonna use Gervonta Tank Davis, and I'm gonna tell y'all about these fighters, and I don't care about calling names. So Tank Davis, a brother said, y'all rather tell us, the fans are comfortable with, and y'all rather say that Tank Davis would knock out Shakur, he would knock out Devin, he would knock out Teofimo Lopez, rather than actually see him do it.
Yeah, that's wild.
You would rather you okay, Angel Rodriguez, what's good? You would rather you comfortable with them taking your money and then telling the world he would knock out Francois Jones, what's good, fighter, etc., without actually seeing him do it, and then he go and fight a guy like Isaac Cruz. You comfortable with them saying, man, he would just knock out Devin, so we're gonna fight Isaac Cruz.
Not the Tank fans I know. The Tank fans I know, real fans. They want to see him fight
because they're boxing fans.
Yeah.
You understand? There's a difference.
The ones I know, they want to see him with Devin and Shakur. That's it.
Because they're boxing fans. There's a difference between a Tank fan and a boxing fan that likes and supports Tank. There's a difference.
Likes and supports Tank 1,000%.
Right. There's an absolute difference. You understand? So here, for instance, I'm a Terence Crawford fan, right?
Right.
Okay, Terence Crawford. I said this to Terence Crawford team before it was a fathom in his brain, before he thought about it and said he could do this. I've been telling the world, you could go do your homework, people. I told Terence Crawford team, Terence Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez. A-Side knows that. And what did his team tell me? Blue, you done went too far. You done went too far. I said, no, I think he got the skill set to do it. They said, Blue, you went too far. Blue, you went too far. Bernie told me that. You went too far. Blue, you went too far. I said, no, I think Terence Crawford could beat him. Right? And so when Terence Crawford said, you know what? I think I could beat him too. I want to fight him now. As a Terence Crawford fan, what did I say? Make the fight happen tomorrow.
For sure.
Make the fight happen tomorrow.
For sure.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you, well, Canelo's going to rehydrate to this, and that's all nonsense that you've been fed. I told my brother, shout out to my brother, Just Do Boxing. Shout out to Miss Just Do Boxing. Shout out to the Just Do Boxings, the family. My brother, Just Do Boxing. He said to me on Instagram, we was having a conversation on Instagram, me and him. And he said, we had a conversation on Artman on Instagram. And Just Do said, in other words, we was talking about Artman said something of the magnitude that if they was talking about Tank fighting in the UK against who? And he said, if Devin Haney did this, everybody will be knocking him. But if I say this is ducking, y'all say I'm hating on Tank. So Just Do said the real question, he went on there and he said the real question is, who's available for Tank to fight? So I put the laughing emojis to my brother Just Do Boxing, all true, and go subscribe to my brother Just Do Boxing. And I said, brother, everybody's available to Tank because he's the quote unquote face of boxing. He's the A-Side. So there is nobody that's not available.
Not for him.
I said Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin.
Frank Martin.
They're available.
De Los Santos.
Right? I didn't say De Los Santos, but I just said those names.
You know me, I'm going to throw them in.
And so his response to me was, this was his response. And I told him, this is a narrative that has been created and we repeat it. So his response was, how do we know Bob Arum is going to want to make the fight. Bob ain't going to want to make the fight. And then I don't think Devin Haney and his team really want the fight. And I said, I put the laughing emojis. And I told my brother, just do it. And I said, that is a narrative that have been created that we continue to regurgitate. Because when did Tank's team contact them?
Call it bluff. Call it bluff.
Right. When did they have contact and have a conversation with Bob Arum to know Bob Arum was going to turn down a fight for Shakur Stevenson against Tank? When did that happen? And when did they contact Devin Haney and his team and send them a contract to negotiate to see if they really want it or not? When did that happen? It never happened. So therefore, we are pushing a false narrative that has come about because Tank's side has created this narrative and said, man, why would Bob put Shakur in there with Tank? It don't make sense. Well, how do you know what Bob is or is not going to do if you don't attempt it? Oh, we repeat, Sean Porter said that. Well, to be truthful, they really both don't want it. That is false. That is playing the fence. Because let me ask you a question. How do you know Devin Haney don't want the fight when they said that they are the A side, they are the cash cows, and nobody can send them a contract? They the ones that have to send the contract. So if that's the case, when did they call everybody bluff? What do we call it, A side, as grown men? When did they kick the tires on this? When did they kick the tires to see if this is true? Stop telling the people Bob ain't going to want to make the fight. You don't know what Bob is or is not going to do. We assuming, you're assuming because they have created a narrative that Bob don't want to make these fights for his fighters versus Tank Davis. That's made up. That's not true. Where's the proof of that?
There is no proof.
There's no proof.
No, those are fair questions. All those are fair questions. Those are fair questions to ask. Like, why wouldn't his team send these individuals a fight and then call their bluff and then actually have verifiable proof that these individuals do not want to fight?
Yee Huncho said, man, y'all need to watch the interview Coach Calvin just did and spoke on 20 million. Boy, he was on Mill City Boxing. Big Sarge 31, what's good? What did he say?
You know, the thing that I noticed about Mill City Boxing, shout out to Mill City Boxing, go subscribe to him. I noticed that he's pushing certain narratives about Dev, or he lets them go about Dev without being questioned or anything of that nature. And he's definitely pushing the slap with the shoes thing, right? So I don't mind someone having a bias for, but one thing I love about Nest is he always get pushback. One thing, if you come on this show, you're gonna get pushback. You see what I'm saying? If something's false, we're gonna give you pushback. If something's true, we're gonna hear you out. All right. I love how people love to say, "Oh, these are Devin Haney channels. These are this. These are that." But as long as it's other channels and as long as it's other fighters that have been talked about, nobody don't want any pushback, right? Nobody don't care for any pushback. But we offer people to come up on our channels, like not only because I feel like when I'm defending Devin, that his actions is not wrong, so I'm able to defend the actions of said fighter, right? I noticed that on Nest channel, which is they call the Haney Voice, people can come up there, right? I noticed that on this channel, who get paid by Haney, people can come up here, right, and compete with their ideals. I noticed that Bill is super accessible, and he always go on the channel and say, "I want to speak to the people," right, directly. These are the characteristics that Devin Haney fans have. Whereas a lot of these other platforms that support these other fighters, they don't even allow you to come up there and to go back and forth with them, or they'll click you off, or that. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and let me tell you why. Right. I'm going to tell you why that's the case. Because they know there's holes in those conversations.
For sure.
You understand? There's gigantic holes in it that you cannot. And shouts out to Mill City Boston. There's gigantic holes that you simply cannot cover up. So when you start to question it, it's just okay. A-side, it's like religion. And you start to question why they tell you don't question religion.
Because if you start the questions, you're gonna search for answers.
There's gonna be holes that can't be covered up.
You're gonna search for answers.
Right. So it's the same thing. It's again, like I said, it sounds good, like you say, A-side, when there's no resistance to it. I could tell you guys this, and A-side didn't even know this, and I'm gonna tell A-side this right now in front of the world. So the other day, one of the brothers sent me a clip of T.O. calling me out. It was yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
And so, no problem. I sent T.O. a message. This is all true. He could screenshot it and send you. I sent T.O. a message, and we had a conversation. And I told T.O., if anything I said was incorrect, you could come on the show, and I don't mind standing corrected. And I will apologize to you for anything I said incorrect here live in front of everybody. And I told him this. I'm from New York just like you are. Stand on my square. I'm cool with standing corrected. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. And T.O. said, you know something? I appreciate you clarifying that for me. I appreciate you having that mindset. And blessings to you. I'm going to catch up with you. I said, cool. Blessings to you February 8th.
Right. For sure.
FYI, I got you winning the fight February 8th. He said blessings. That's it. Right. Because I don't mind standing. If T.O. come here and he say, nah, you was wrong about this, and this. And I'm going to ask him, okay, well, what about this, and this? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yo, Reba Cheese.
Yeah, should have told him run that 500.
Hey, and when you process what he said, you like, yo, Cheese, that was quick. You should have told him to run that 500.
Run the 500.
Yeah, Cheese, wow, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. You know what I mean? I don't mind standing corrected, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you, man, come on, man. It's just like when I first had the conversation with Lennon Ellerby, he's like, oh, man, you're a hater. And I said, okay, tell me some things I hated about. Couldn't tell me anything I hated about, but he said, this is the business of the sport of boxing. And he told me from his perspective, which I completely understand.
Right.
From a business perspective, you understand? From a media and fans perspective, it's different. We don't care about the money and all of that. I want them to eat. I want them to get rich. I want them to feed their families because they risk their life every time they step through those ropes. We don't know if they're going to step out the same way they stepped in. So I have no problem with them negotiating as much money as possible. I do have a problem with them pushing false narratives because of money. Because now you're not being honest. Like right now, we know Canelo's going to fight May 4th and in September. Why don't we know who's on the table for him to fight? It does not make it. There is no reason for it not to be a conversation.
It only serves better. It only serves boxing better.
No, and then let me tell you this, A-side. To me, it is a slap in the face to the fans.
Right.
Okay, for instance, Lennon Ellerby said in response to this, he said, they'll tell you when they get ready to tell you. What?
That don't make sense to me.
It not only does it not make sense, it's disrespectful to the fans. What do you mean?
For sure.
The fans are the ones that pay for you to live the lifestyle that you live. And you telling the fans, for sure, I'll send you your product when I get ready.
For sure.
You have people that's going to buy subscriptions to Amazon Prime right now just to watch fights that might not have it. Just to be a subscriber to watch these fights. And you telling them I'll tell you, okay, if you ordered something right now, Asa, if you ordered a sweater and from Louis Vuitton, do you think Louis Vuitton gonna tell you, yeah, Asa, thanks for the buying this sweater. We'll send it to you when we get ready.
No.
You're not having that.
No.
We'll let you know when we get ready to ship it out.
No, I think it serves boxing better for us to know who you're fighting, and the anticipation build up. People start to break down the code, the fight conversations get started. It gets the train running. It gets the wheels turning. But the more and more people don't know, it's weird, man. It's just a weird place. I can't really say how to feel. It just feels like just nothingness.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I
then
mean?
check this out, right? And salute to Fight Sports Talk, brother NC in the super chat, dropping that half a dub. Honest in the super chat. Canelo's definitely ducking if he postponed it to September. Someone could get injured. He just had a tune-up in John Ryder and Jamel Charlo didn't come to fight. Hashtag no excuses. Well, Canelo's not going to fight until he's going to fight in May. They're just saying that he's going to fight Jamal Charlo in May and then fight Terence Crawford in September. So he's going to fight in May. He's not pushing anything back. It's just that they're saying he's going to fight Terence Crawford in September, opposed to fighting David Benavidez in September. Student 7 teacher, what's up, family? And salute to Fight Sports Talk, NZ in the super chat. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, to back up what I was saying to you guys, and me and Asa was talking about this yesterday, and then I did a video on this, right? And you look at this list. Boxing did not make 10 most popular sports in U.S. you need to keep an eye on. This is a survey they did a few days ago. Okay, this is a survey they did, and they took votes, and they did a survey.
Right.
Right? Look at that. Top 10, boxing is not one of them. They did a survey on the most popular sports, 1 through 10. Boxing is not one of them.
We got go if you go down a little bit. Let me see. So we got number one American football, basketball, baseball, soccer. You go up a little bit. Ice hockey at number 5, tennis at number 6. We have golf at number 7, and then we have auto racing at number 8. We have mixed martial art number 9, wrestling at 10.
Cuatro Losa, what's up, family? So you have a fiction sport at number 10. And then honorary mentions outside the top 10. At number 11, they had NCAA football. And at number 12, NCAA basketball. It didn't even make the top 12. Kenny D, what's up, family? Maya Egypt, peace of blessings, beautiful queen. It didn't even make top 12. You had WWE fiction wrestling at number 10. It didn't even crack the top 12. And this is a study they did on sports to look out for. St. Cyr, what's good? Amari Davis, what's good? It didn't even make top 12. At Falls Breeze, what's up, family? Remember I used to tell y'all, you had the 4 major sports, and then you had NCAA. I used to say it was like 7, 8. Now they did an actual survey, and I was just doing that on a limb. Now they did an actual survey. An actual survey in the United States. And it's not even top 12. So let me say this to y'all. Let me say this to y'all. Then that means being the face of sport of boxing is not that major. Let me say it to y'all again. Maybe y'all missed it. So when you consider yourself the face of the sport of boxing, it's not really a big deal. This is why mainstream media don't cover the sport of boxing. They don't care. This is why it's so important. CB, what's up? It's so important. Now this is why I tell you guys it's so important for us to get the best fight and the best. When you have people come here talking about, man, why do you care about what Tank is doing? And why do you care? Or you talk about this, or you talk, because I'm a fan of the sport of boxing and my sport is going extinct. You numbnuts. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing and it's going extinct.
You watching it before your eyes go extinct.
Before my very eyes. Yeah. I watched the sport. I'm old enough to watch a sport come into existence like mixed martial arts. MMA, UFC, right? A-side?
Yeah.
And it now has officially surpassed boxing.
That's true. I remember when it was a big deal. Because it wasn't mixed martial art. It wasn't MMA in the octagon, the Ultimate Fighter, until like the early 2000s when it really started to catch. It was like Bellator, stuff like that. It was like smaller time stuff, like, you know, where they were still wearing like gi and clothes and stuff like that inside of the. It wasn't even a dress code.
Cheese said, "Wait, what?" Right there, Cheese.
Yeah,
mixed martial arts, MMA, number 9.
Yeah.
Mixed martial arts. Band up. What's up, nephew? Timothy 7 Deuce 688. What's good? Right there, Cheese. Number 9, MMA. Over the sport of boxing. Oh, no. Mixed martial arts. Ryder Rose, what's good? So when people come in, hey, man, why you? Kendall Styles, what's up, family? Because I'm watching the sport of boxing disintegrate right before my very eyes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm watching the sport of boxing disintegrate right before my very eyes. Right before my very eyes. It's disintegrating. And people say, man, you keep, because if you have people like Tank, right, A-side, that says that they're the face of the sport of boxing, well, I need you to fight. DT, what's up, family? High Science 7, what's up, family? I need you to fight, A-side.
Right, for sure. Fight for the sport you love. Fight for the sport that saved you. Fight for the fans. Fight for, you know, you can do all that. You can be the people's champion and still make money, and then and be the face of boxing. You can have, it's kind of the one place where you can have it all, but you have to give the fans what they want. You know, you have to give the fans what they want. I definitely agree with that. I mean, you know, it's no pushback on that with that. You know how I feel right now. You know, about you know, boxing and what it has to do. You know exactly how I feel. So
salute to Benny Williams. Salute to L Dub Boston. What's up, L Dub? Go ahead, Asa. I'm sorry.
So no, I'm with you 1,000% on that. You know, and those sports, I'm going to say they deserve the spots that they're getting because they constantly give the entertainment, they constantly give the content, they constantly put the best up against the best. So it's not like they're in those positions by way of just being popular and they want some popularity contest. It's not that. They earn those positions. If boxing want to compete with the other sports, they need to earn their position. There's only one way to do it, is to give the fans what they want. So much so to where they crave it and they garner the eyeballs that they need. And that's when the bigger contracts would come. But like I said before last week, everyone in boxing seems as if they're out for the take. Everyone, every manager, everyone just seems like they're out for the take. No one wants to give to the sport. You see what I'm saying? and that's where we're at right now. It's a sad, it's just a sad state that we're in right now, in my opinion.
Exactly. Hood Rich
Salute
410, what's
Elder
up,
Boxing.
family? Hood Rich 410, what's up, family? Ben Davis, what's up? Smith the Enterprise, what's up, family? Clarence Banks, what's good? So that's all I'm saying. So when people say, man, Tank is the face of the sport of boxing, okay, I have no problem with that. I need you to participate like you the face of the sport of boxing. That's what I need you to do. It's just like we know for sure we're gonna get Canelo Alvarez fighting in May, and we're gonna get him to fight in September. And we might get a third fight in December. Now, it don't always be the guy that you want to see him fight, but you know he's gonna fight.
Salute Tay-Bucks.
You understand? It might not be the guy, T-Buzz, what's up, family? It might not be the guy that you clamoring for to see him fight, but you know he gonna fight, A-Side.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're not asking for the world, right? Good quality fights. Yo, that would take us far. Just good quality fights. And then every now and then, we get the fights we want. Man, that's a shoot. Man, that's a step up for us. You're talking about quality fights, and then you actually are fighting the people in and around your division. I don't think that's too much to ask. If you're asking for our money, that's what we're asking for in the product. That's it. Every business has to listen to their customer complaints, right? They put beta tests out there for a reason, right? If they have a product, they send it to teams to test products. They send it to teams to taste products. They send it to teams, to give their real evaluation on a product, right? They wanna make sure that a product is battle tested before they put it out in the market, and they want real reviews. And even furthermore, they get the reviews from the customers that those teams may have missed, right? And then they bring those reviews back and then they improve their product. Boxing is the only place where the customer can tell someone about the product and they don't care. They just keep giving them more of it, and then the next time they charge a person, they charge them more for the same product or even a worse version of the product. They're the only place that do that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Reginald Fields is good. So this is what I'm saying, right? Jarrell Freeman, what's good? Nah, Hood Rich, I don't put no wages on my niners. I don't know. The bro got over on me. Ordinary M, what's good? He said I did, but I don't do that. So anyway, that's my thing. I want if you say you are who you are in the sport of boxing, okay, cool. I don't got no problem with that. I just need to see you back that up and act like it. You understand what I'm saying? I want you to if you say you the face of boxing, I need you to conduct yourself as such. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You the face of boxing, and you got a hit list of fighters that you said you're gonna fight and beat. I need to hold you at your word, because the sport of boxing is riding on it. See, here's what I'm trying to explain to people. These managers and these promoters and these networks are milking the sport of boxing absolutely dry till there's nothing else, and there won't be a sport left. We are in a time where it's a panic time, people.
No, it is.
They are draining the sport of everything, of all of its resources.
And before you know it, it'll be gone.
That's why I said
everyone is out for the take. They're out for the take.
A-Side, they just Netflix just gave WWE what, $5 billion?
Yes, yeah.
They just gave WWE $5 billion budget.
Right.
And for their premiere, one of their premiere shows, which is Monday Night Raw, they gave them a budget of $500 million a year for that.
Just for Monday.
Just for Monday Night Raw. Do you know how they can elevate Monday Night Raw with that money? The tours they're gonna go on, the new added flares and flashes and the things they could build upon that.
Oh yeah.
Guess what, A-Side? What other network you hear giving out money like that to boxing?
No.
What was the budget ESPN gave the Top Rank?
I thought it was 100 million, right? If that, like, what was it that?
I don't even remember.
I'm lost. I thought Bob
Let
had
me look
100
it up.
million. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I think it was like 100 million.
I
It might
think
have
it
been a
was
little more
100.
than that.
I mean, if it's more than that, I'm surprised. Salute my brother Hood Rich. How you feeling, great brother? I don't know, Blue. That's a good question. I think it was like 100, if I'm not mistaken. You know who? No, L-Dub. L-Dub. What was the budget they gave? ESPN gave Top Rank.
In 2018, they gave them a new deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
ESPN's new 7-year deal with Top Rank proves boxing is thriving despite cries of contrary.
Smash the like button, people. If you're inside of the building, smash the like button. If you're just coming inside the building, make sure you smash that like button. This content is not free. However, you can pay for this content by smashing the like button. If you're on any mobile device, go ahead and press the X at the top right-hand side of the screen. When the screen go down, make sure you click the thumbs up button until it glows black and then come back to the chat. Thank you. Smash the like button, people. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
It says $25 million. It can't be.
Nah, it was. It had to be more than that.
Yeah.
It had to be way more than that.
$25 million a year, I think.
A year?
I think it's $25 million a year.
I thought it was more than that, to be honest with you.
For 7 years, that would be.
You're talking about 170 million, 75 million.
Yeah, King David 87, you're going to start doing Tuesday night fights.
No. Yeah, am I right? No. For 7 years. Yeah, let me make sure I'm right. Should be 175 million. 175.
John Wall, he said, "Who did your hairline?" Nobody. It's the way my braids is in the way it's not cut. I mean, it's not brushed. So, and I suffered a cut right here. Hair don't grow here.
Shit, it lined up perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cut just lined up perfect. It don't grow right there.
Yeah, you can see it's a knot still there, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. So with the John Ryder situation, right? I want to know what you think about that. It's a lot of controversy over the internet with John Ryder and him allegedly taking a fall for the Munguia fight. I just want to know,
so yeah, let me address that because I had a brother in my chat in my inbox that continued to push it. And you don't know what you're looking at. He didn't fake anything. First of all, that punch was a phantom punch and it never landed and it was counted as a knockdown. I don't care what punch landed prior to that punch. Okay? That punch that punch did not land and it was considered a knockdown.
Mm.
You understand?
So you're saying that because they was counting that punch that didn't land. That's what you're saying.
So what it was is it was a phantom punch that did not land and it was counted as a knockdown and the punch never even landed.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Yes, he took punishment from before that punch,
Yeah.
Because somebody's trying to tell me, well, he took a right hand a couple minutes before. That's not the punch. I don't care what he took before the punch. He didn't take the punch. That wasn't the punch. He didn't get dropped from that punch. Period. But it looked like he did. But he didn't. Period. That's the bottom line. I don't care how you try to slice it.
Right.
You know, we always got to be Mr. Literal. Well, technically, he got hit with a right hand before that, and then that hand had him buzzed, and then a few months. Yeah, but that punch particular that said it was a knockdown wasn't a knockdown. Period. And that's what gets the fans raving when you see stuff like that. That's just that's all. Simple. But we can't help ourselves. You know, we got to be literal. It's disgusting. Let me put the link in the chat for the brothers.
For sure.
Cuatro Loso, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco.
Yeah, right. It's too slow.
Yeah, I pushed the wrong button. He said, salute to you, Blue, and your gold digging Niners. Y'all to me, we didn't make nothing until we make it, bro. Until it's over and it says that we got a 6th trophy, that's when I'll say we made it. That's it. That's all. The link is
all right, guys.
For the brothers.
All right, guys. This portion of the show, we're going to have some panelists up. We ask that all of you guys be respectful to the panelists. We ask that panelists be respectful to other panelists. When panelists are speaking, please allow that person to speak and to get their full thought out before you do speak. If you are not, if you're not, you know, given permission by me or Blue to go ahead and speak, allow the other panelists to complete their thought. If we have a super chat, it must stop the panel so that we can keep the chat going very fluidly. Guys, everyone stop and be quiet so that Blue can read the super chats, and then we can keep the show moving forward. Other than that, you guys can come up here, man. We appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you click that link inside of the chat and come up here and speak your thoughts on anything that you wanted to talk about in regards to boxing, anything this week or anything that have happened today. We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
Let me ask you this question, Asa, before we start.
Yeah.
Do you consider if Terence Crawford fights Canelo Alvarez in September and decides not to do the rematch with Errol Spence and just wait for the Canelo Alvarez fight, do you feel like he's ducking Canelo Alvarez? Ducking Errol Spence?
Oh,
no, ducking Errol Spence rematch.
Do y'all feel like he's ducking? You know what? I'm gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be controversial or not. I'm gonna honestly say no. I don't feel like he's ducking because in order for you to duck somebody, you have to fear them. I don't think Bud fears EJ at all. In no form that EJ's in, healthy or unhealthy. Especially after that fight that he had, I don't think that he think it's worth sacrificing a Canelo fight more than sacrificing a Canelo fight for EJ too. I think that he will see that as a great opportunity, and he will be willing to be called anything in order to get the fight against Canelo. Because if we juxtapose that on the other side, if he beats Canelo, right? If he was to beat Canelo, no one will be able to call him a duck because people hail Canelo as still the face of boxing and one of the most talented individuals that had just pretty much washed Jermell Charlo. So if he was to go up and beat Canelo, I don't know what sane person would be able to call him a duck. So in my opinion, he would not be a duck. And that's why. Those are the reasons.
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you.
Agree with that too. 100%.
Absolutely.
Salute, Blue. Salute, Ace. Salute, Marco. What's happening with you? How you been? How you feeling?
What's shaking, nephew?
What's popping?
What's up, Marco?
What's up,
man?
I'm trying
Man,
to get
Blue,
home.
I with all due respect, I hope your team lose. We just gonna say that.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm part of the blue team, so ain't
Yeah.
no way, shape, and form I am about to have to hear you guys for the next I don't know how many years. With you, man, almost like Cowboy fans and the Raider fans when they decide to open their mouth. Man, it's hard to deal with y'all. No joke, Blue. You hear me? I was
Yeah.
I did security. Not last year, but the following year before that, right? I was doing security, and I did every Seahawk game, every Seahawk training, little training camp, whatever. You know what I mean? I was right there with the players. Blue, I kid you not. I seen the 49ers beat us that year. The dude literally was pumping, yeah, let's go. Looked over to a dude that was like one other person over him and just started beating him up.
Yeah.
And then threw him down a little, you know what I mean, little seats and some more stuff. And I'm like, oh, you guys do this and y'all win.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle being a Niner, man. It's a whole lifestyle. I tell people like, yo, listen, true story. When I first took my wife to San Francisco game, she was like, yo, wait, what? She never understood because I'm born and raised in New York. So she really never understood and really got the whole understanding of what it is to be a 49er fan. And when I took her over there, she was like, yo, I said, I tried to tell you, this is a lifestyle. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't your ordinary, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like that in New York with the Jets and the Giants. You know what I mean? Like this is, you got a lot of fans of Jets and Giants, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's just not like that. But go ahead, A-Side. A-Side, you there, great brother? Sean, what up, brother? Oh, now what up, nephew?
What's up, big dog?
Oh, what
Sean,
up, Hope? No, I ain't know. Okay. How you been?
Yeah. Oh,
Good,
got
bro.
the muscles out today, bro. He got the spaghetti straps
I'm about to
on.
head to the gym.
Yeah. You know
He
what I'm
said
saying?
spaghetti strap.
Yeah.
Hey, is this water good?
What's that?
The Avion.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best, bro.
The best. All right, cool.
It's just hard to. I buy all my water in bulk, so the best closest thing I could get that is not as expensive as Avion is the Life water.
Yeah, it is.
Come in bulk. You know what I'm saying?
You don't do faucet?
Faucet? No,
You know,
absolutely.
water on Long Island's bad? What's going on?
No, that's water overall, man.
The water in New York City is rated some of the best in the country. No, not joking, for real.
Yeah, I know. That's the biggest lie they told.
Oh, well, maybe it's a lie, but that's what they rated.
Yeah, man.
Seattle got some pretty good water. We surrounded by it.
Yeah, ain't none
all
of
I've been
that water
drinking,
good,
so
man.
I'm not
Ain't none of
growing
it.
any
It's not
horns
good
yet.
for the. It's not good for the human body. It's not the same water we push out.
Okay. Then the water we push out it's salt water?
Yeah, it's salt water.
Okay.
So to drink alkaline water, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor before they try to hit me, but alkaline water is the best water you can re-put in your body to try to that mimics the natural makeup of your body water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you could just drink ocean water, you know what I'm saying? That's what we made of. But
the salt would not. Right?
Yeah, because that's when you sweat like ocean water. That's why it burn your eyes when you sweat.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's a
mean?
lot of
Or if you
sodium,
get a scrape and you start sweating, it burns because it's the salt. But you just can't. It's just so weird, the makeup of life. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take a cup, scoop up ocean water and drink it. Because
Right.
your organs just
it dehydrates your blood cells. What it does is
each of your
it'll
blood
drown,
cells, it'll suffocate your organs.
Yeah, you'll get. It's funny, you get more thirsty.
Well,
You get more thirsty.
Manuel Marquez likes to drink urine, so there's that.
So it's like this, right? You see how you swim in the ocean and then you get out and you be like, man, I'm thirsty. You swim in the pool, you get out, I'm thirsty.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same effect, you know what I mean? But yeah, Avion is the best water you could drink. Man.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Blue, did you call me?
Yeah. I was saying,
yo,
because I was saying, go ahead and do your thing. You start doing your thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Nah, that Deer
Cam
Park
had,
stuff is trash.
Hey,
Allegedly.
hey, side.
Yo.
My wife said you be name dropping.
I'll be name dropping.
Yeah. We was watching the live the other day. Blue wasn't on. I wasn't on the live. I was just watching it. I think Blue had clicked off, and then
Fam, can you give me another water, please?
I forgot who was talking, and you was like, "Let me oh my bad, hold on, I'm texting Blue right now." She was like, "He name dropping."
Did I say that online?
Yeah, you was like,
Oh
my bad.
no, because you want to know why? A lot of the times with the link, a lot of people think that I got access to it, and they say ASOS send the link. So I will let them know that I seen their request, and then I'll let Blue know to send the link out to the chat. I know what you're talking about.
I thought you was just letting everybody know you got Blue number. That's all.
Oh man, no, that's a good one.
Hey, y'all see what Shakur just said?
No,
what are you saying?
He said he officially retiring.
No, he didn't.
Oh man.
Yeah,
No, he
he
didn't.
said
What did he say?
because they just ordered Manuel Navarrete to fight Berichink for the WBO lightweight title.
What platform did he say that on?
It's on ESPN.
No, what platform did
Shakur? He said on his Twitter.
Yeah.
So he said I might as well retire. This is sickening. It's disgusting. Then he said, I'm officially retiring from the sport of boxing. I'll be in the gym forever, perfecting my craft and helping the next generation become great and chase their dreams. But I ain't messing with this weak boxing game no more. Peace.
Yeah,
Man, I didn't want him to fight Navarrete anyways. I want him to fight De Los Santos rematch.
Yeah. So, Jackie Hernandez, peace and blessings, beautiful queen in the building. Blessings to you, queen. Nap King Cole Jr., what's up, King? Dudes 888, what's up, family? So, again, like I said, I wanted to see Shakur either rematch Edwin Del Santos or fight Frank Martin anyway.
Yeah,
that's he gonna get more credit for doing that anyway.
Yeah. I want that anyway.
He should, but I don't think he'll do it.
Huh?
I don't know.
His hand not hurt. He good.
Yeah. Like
his hand ain't hurt.
Rematch Edwin Del Santos or fight Frank Martin.
Yeah,
Gilbert
Frank
Rodriguez Jr., what's up, young King?
So is this thing, the Canelo thing, is definitely happening with Bud?
We gonna find out. I mean, that's what a reporter from what's the name? What you call it?
I don't even speak on Canelo. Blue know that.
What you call it? ESPN Deportes. They said they're close to his team and that they got word that Jamal Charlo is in May and Terence Crawford is in September, and they said they made it specific in that very order.
Wow, that'd be dope. Now that's assuming
I like
that he
it,
beat Crawford, though.
But then of course Leonard Ellerbe came out behind and said, "Don't believe it if it didn't come from Terence Crawford and and Eddie Reynoso himself." Well, yeah, we can't believe nothing they said because nobody says anything and sticks to it.
Right.
Nobody in boxing says nothing and sticks to it. Who says something in boxing and actually does it?
Dev.
Outside a handful of
David Benavidez.
But David Benavidez, they can't get the fight.
Boots.
Floyd used to always do what he said.
Shakur, if he can't get the fight.
They can't get the fights.
Tank. Oh.
No, you know who else? True story. You know who else sticks to what they say they're gonna do and do it? Teofimo Lopez.
Spence.
Yeah.
Cap.
Spence.
No.
Cap.
Theo said he gonna fight Lomachenko when he only had 11 fights. He was pushing for it. Lomachenko gave him the opportunity. He fought him and beat him.
What about
But
that?
he also said that
Hold on though. So he called out Josh Taylor. He pushed for. He never said he was gonna fight Dev.
No, he did. He said that. Why you think me and Dev we in negotiations? Y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta be patient. That was one. Yeah, that was one. He lied.
When they
He said why you think Dev said April? And that was one. Then he said, all right, I ain't want to ruin the boy's career. I tried to let him, get his career, but since he don't, but since he's going to do all that talking, now I'm gonna fight him. He said that twice.
Oh yeah, after Regis. Yeah, he did say that. But what I'm saying is like he says that like, but when he says it like
one time.
Yeah, when he calls out Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, like he called out Terence Crawford sternly, he really means that. Like if Terence Crawford said he'll fight Tio after this, Tio will fight Terence Crawford next.
He don't want that funk with no blood, man.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good move. But
win, lose, or draw, it don't matter. Because we were saying the same thing with Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He did it. My brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building. What's up, family?
I'm not a betting man. You know that, Blue.
No, I don't think he's gonna win. But what I'm saying is, I think he'll fight him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna.
Clarence McLean, what's up, family? Go subscribe to my brother Clarence McLean. What's up, family?
He just run dead smack into the Devin curse again. Like Duck Devin, Fort Bud got the lights knocked out of him. You know what I mean?
Oh, probably so. Probably so.
All right, fellas. All right, we got some topics to talk about. I kind of want to just throw out some topics, and then anybody can go first. But if somebody decides to go first, make sure you guys be respectful. I don't think we got to actually necessarily do it in order. Today we should be fine. But first things first, what do you guys think about other people wishing boxers?
Hey, so hold on 1 second. Let me get the super chat. Dez, brother, in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. On us in the super chat, Shakur just announced he's retiring from the sport of boxing. He's upset WBO ordered Ryder is fighting Denny's for the vacant titles. Yeah, I just talked about that, Dash. He ain't gonna retire though.
Nah,
he's just frustrated.
No way.
Ain't no way. But go ahead, ASAP.
First of all, what do you guys think about fans are now starting to wish other fighters would transition? Did anybody see that? Did anybody hear about that?
What do you mean transition?
Well, transition to the side that's not life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A Tank fan wished that Devin Haney would transition. Yeah. What you think about that, Hope? I want to know what's your thoughts on it.
I mean, I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Most people know me. Know I'm a huge Tank fan, but yeah, man, I didn't like it at all. I mean, I didn't understand the whole why a lot of these channels was so happy that Haney got smacked. I guess when he was 18 or whatever.
15.
18. So even younger than that. It's like, come on, man. I mean, when I was 15, I got smacked. You know what I'm saying? It's about older kids, so it's like,
what? You fought back, right?
Wait, did I? I should have. I think. I don't know.
I should have.
I'm sure I did. But you listen. You're getting off stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait.
Stuff happens. You know what I'm saying?
You better bite him something. You better don't go home without something.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't understand why we had a lot of these channels, man. A lot of grown men, like, seem like they celebrating, this kid getting smacked, or then they say shoes got took or something.
Yeah, they said apparently some shoes got took.
So smacked and robbed, a lot of channels. Yeah. So yeah, I ain't really understanding, man. I don't know what that got to do with boxing, but whatever.
What you think about that, Marco, when that news came across your desk?
That somebody else to transition?
Yeah. You say you didn't hear about that.
Now you just told me, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think certain fight fans are some of the craziest. You know, I like watching boxing. I don't really get involved in what people do outside the ring. I don't even really get involved in negotiations, all that stuff. I don't really care about that because the
Yeah.
truth is, we don't know what's happening. If we weren't in the negotiation room or on the phone with them, we don't know who's saying what. And I don't know why some fans take on a fighter almost like they act like they know them personally and like they're upset and they have to defend them and they have to hate, another fighter who's competition. It's just goofy. Like you should enjoy the sport and watch the sport. That's too much. That's like I don't know. It's too much. I don't really
Yeah.
think that way, so.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on, folks? How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. I think the internet is just a weird place nowadays. So
Yeah.
it's just 24/7. Nobody has a filter. Everybody's tough behind, keys and stuff like that. So wild things get said, not only to Devin but to everybody. I done seen the best of the best get disrespected. They mock religion. They disrespect families. So it wasn't outside of the realm, when you told me about somebody wishing that he transitioned or, and things like that. It's wild, but it don't surprise me. So
Yeah. So what state does that it say we're in if something like that doesn't surprise you? Like what does that say about where we're at right now?
well, I've been looking at this female drama between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj and the things they've been saying back and forth and how the fans react and things like that. We at a state where a lot of us don't really need excuse me for the coughing. A lot of us don't really need internet apparently. It wasn't this bad when I was growing up. I'm starting to feel no, I ain't number 20. We only 29, but
Oh yeah, you young, bro.
we
Very
get
young.
we get to a point where it seems to just be worse. And if you go to some of these pages that's saying a lot of these disrespectful and rude things, a lot of them don't even seem real. So it's kind of like, man, where is this stuff coming from? But where are we at? It ain't a good place. Where are we going? Nowhere good, no time soon. So, I mean, hopefully the same ones prevail. But like I said, it's
Hey, TR funny. He said Poke have a different age every week. Hey, TR is one of my favorite people in the chat. I swear he is. What you think about the Munguia fight, Marco? What y'all think about that fight? You think he can actually beat Canelo with that type of performance? If so, how? If not, why not? Why won't he be able to beat Canelo with that performance?
He's good, but he's not a superstar at 168. He's like a good solid 68 pounder. But those guys are elite. And Benavidez, Canelo, those guys are, next level.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know what did you? I mean, I know why I think that he won't. But what do you guys think? What stood out to you and said that will cost him against Canelo?
You get hit too much.
He's also his speed, his power. It's good, but it's not next level. So
his power,
his speed and his power, just his boxing skills as a whole are good, but they're not David Benavidez level. They're not Canelo level. It's just a different in class.
Well, people would challenge you and say Canelo didn't knock out John Ryder. What would you say about that?
We all know the triangle theory doesn't. Sometimes it's not going to work that way. It doesn't mean one guy's better than the other. If one guy knocks out somebody, the other guy couldn't, or vice versa.
Right, but it does stand to reason that he do have some power because Canelo got power. We all know Canelo got power. Canelo didn't get Ryder out of there. Munguia did. So wouldn't it be only fair to acknowledge that hey, he did do something that an elite fighter didn't do? Dog, y'all tough. I'm trying, Munguia. This is rough. All right, let me see. How'd you like the combinations? How'd you like the combinations he put together? You guys thought the footwork was what you guys liked about him? Tell me what you guys like.
I don't like it. Yeah. Combinations are good. He got good power. He needs to move his head. That
Yeah.
mug be right on the line. I was like, bro, would you move your?
Woo.
I don't like his foot. Oh wait, we do like so combinations and power.
Combinations and power. What
I
you
do like how he finishes you. I do think he
Okay.
needs to learn a little more patience because he kind of like when he got you hurt, he started throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah,
So he got to learn patience. But I do
that
like
is
he does
true.
finish you. So I'll give him that.
What
I
about the
think
way he started the rounds every round? He started off very strong, very
yeah
strong. Like
it,
he doesn't waste time. He doesn't.
yeah
What do you think about that?
yeah I like it. I mean I think that's but see he got a while before he gonna be Canelo or Benavidez like it's not gonna work,
You
man.
could fight
It's not
Morel maybe.
Morel.
He's
I mean,
definitely
go
gonna
fight
beat David.
go fight Caleb. I want to see him look like Caleb or like a
Caleb,
Caleb.
What do you think
how many
about? I
fights
think
does Munguia have?
I
He
think
has like,
Caleb may end up outboxing him if he don't get tired because the head is on the line. The
that'd
only
be a
thing
good fight, him and Caleb.
that'd be a good fight.
Yeah,
I like that
that's the
fight.
first thing I thought. I'm like, man, I want to see him against Caleb.
That's a good fight.
What do you guys think about him and a potential fight between him and Charlo? How does that look?
Charlo's kind of a mess, so I don't know what he's up to.
I mean, but he looked good against and then he did bring him up. So I don't know if
He
we
looked
can
good
bring
against
him
who
up.
did he fight? The smaller dude. Who did he fight?
Benavidez, Jose Benavidez.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good against a significantly smaller dude.
Yeah, and then again we got to think about like he's not as mobile as he could have been hadn't the thing happen with the with him being shot. So there's that. Let me see. We
Right.
have some more topics. Hold on. I can't remember. God dang it. Boxing not been in the top 12 of American sports. What do you guys think about that? Like, do you guys see 20 years of our sports in existence? If so, how do boxing look 20 years from now if it's on the same course? Or is it not there? Do you see our sport vanishing in the next 20 years?
It's not going to vanish, but boxing was the most popular sport in the world for Jack Dempsey back in the 20s was the most known athlete. Joe Louis was the most known athlete. Muhammad Ali. Boxing was the most popular sport in the entire world, and something happened. I want to say, early 2000s maybe, where it just started disappearing out of the limelight for whatever reason. And now, I mean, you guys are all boxing fans. The average person won't know any of these fighters we're talking about. They just know 3 or 4
Yeah,
fighters.
that is true. That's true.
Why is that?
You got to think about it. The interest is not there because you got like oftentimes when we're inside of the chat, we don't even notice what fight is coming up that week until you say, "Dang, that fight is this week," because the promotions are so bad. You know what I mean? We just don't know. We're not getting served the type of entertainment, type of promotion, and on top of that, the fights that we want. So that's a cocktail for a disaster. It's no football game that's going to come up without having a proper advertisement as far as who's been who's been challenged next. And I argue you guys this: if you try to find a boxing calendar that isn't cluttered, that's super clean. You know what I mean? It's just it's a mess. It's honestly a mess. So it's just one of the things where I believe small things that can be implemented over a large time will then have the fans that are still here appreciative of what's going on, and then it'll start to build back new fans again. But if those small things are not done, it's just gonna erode. It's just gonna erode. I don't see us being able to continue on this pace and in this direction and still have the sport that we have today. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So with that being said, oh wait, let me see. I actually have.
Boxing should take up some of the things that the UFC does as far as like making the fights for the fighters at some point. I know it
Making the
sounds
fights for the
crazy,
fighters.
but I mean maybe that'll create some change in the sport of forcing the best to fight the best and things like that. I mean, granted, sometimes in the UFC you see certain fighters. I see some fans saying that a certain fighter didn't deserve
Oh,
a title
okay.
shot and things like that. But at least in the UFC, we get to see, you know what I'm saying, the
That
best
stage.
versus the best. So I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe boxing should kind of look at what they're doing and kind of like adopt that. Because right now we just got a bunch of big names that's just sitting trying not to lose an O. And we don't really know who's doing what. We're trying to guess the fights
And people pricing themselves out.
yeah, people pricing themselves out. Like
Like,
And
So-
they
little
not,
people.
and the fighters we actually do like, they not fighting enough. They're fighting once a year.
Right, and this is what I'm. This is what I wanted to ask you guys. Sorry, I had drew a blank for a second. If it's true, right? We don't know if it's true, but if it is true, if Tank do go over to Europe and fight in Europe, wouldn't that then defeat the argument that Tank cannot travel due to court procedures or whatnot? And wouldn't he had the same opportunity to fight Devin in Saudi for a huge pot, a huge guarantee? Like, what does that look like? How do we take that as boxing fans if he was to go to the UK and fight someone else, but not go to Saudi and fight Devin? And they made sure they gave him an incentive to fight him. Anybody can jump in on that. Marco, you want to take that one on?
I mean, it's kind of what's already been happening. So
Yeah, but the thing is, it's been happening, but it's never been a $20 million attachment to that.
Well, what attachment to it? I didn't hear you. What kind of attachment?
It's never been a $20 million incentive attached.
Who's giving a $20 million incentive?
Yo, I'm back.
I don't know what's so funny, but I'd love to know. Tell me.
Go ahead, Marco. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that, Marco. Go ahead.
I didn't really. What's the $20 million incentive? What is that? Who's giving that?
You saying there's never been $20 million attached to someone ducking?
Who attached $20 million to begin with? I'm confused.
Devin Haney offered, the offer that Devin Haney in Saudi Arabia gave to.
Oh, that was a real offer,
for sure.
and Tank didn't want to do it.
That's what it seemed like. He didn't accept it.
Who knows?
I mean, this is the thing, Marco. Okay, so if you're going to say that, if it's not a $20 million incentive, how is it not a $20 million incentive when the Prince have came out and said that he's interested in a fight with Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis, and that they're willing to pay the $20 million? How is that not an incentive?
Then it is, but we don't know if a real call was made with a real offer. We don't know if Tank literally was
he said it himself. He said it himself. The Prince, yes. The Prince have said it himself. Eddie has confirmed. Bill has confirmed. All of them are saying the same thing, that the $20 million is real.
So how do we know that Tank doesn't want to do it?
No. I said if Tank was to go to Europe and fight someone else, doesn't that defeat the excuse of not being able to go outside of the country?
Right. So I don't really follow all that stuff. So as of right now, we're waiting to see what Tank says in response to this offer. Is that it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't know what Tank is doing in regards to the offer with Devin Haney. It seems like it's not going anywhere. It seems like they're not interested in making a fight, even for $20 million guaranteed down. So they're talking about other potential fights, and because that potential fight is going to take place in Europe, I wanted to see what other boxing fans felt. But if you didn't know that information, then I wouldn't ask you that, because you'll be processing it right now on camera.
Right. And I did see something that saying Tank might fight in Europe. I saw somebody post that, but that's all.
Right. But I want to give Sean a chance to speak because he just came in from the back. Go ahead, Sean, and then Hulk, and then 4K.
To what topic? The topic y'all had before.
How do we feel about if Tank was to go to Europe and fight someone that's not Devin, how wouldn't that defeat the excuse of him not being able to, because it's a legitimate excuse. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's an actual real excuse. It's not no BS one, right? Wouldn't that defeat him not being able to go outside of the country because of his court proceedings?
Yeah, I really don't I really would have fought him for it if it couldn't happen unless we knew for sure that he had a pass to go.
Right,
So like
right. But if
so
he's
like
able to acquire a pass for Europe, wouldn't he have been able to acquire a pass for Saudi and given us the fans, his fans, Devin fans in boxing, the fight that everyone wanted, plus make a big bag?
it would make so that it would, but if you don't, I feel like in that situation it would depend on what he pushed for. So like if he pushed for that for to be able to go to the UK, then they'll probably let him. But if you don't push for that, then they're not gonna let him go to Saudi.
Okay. All right. Hope Nail and then 4K. What do you think about that? Hope, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Maybe you muted yourself.
Yeah, no, he's muted. Fo, you muted.
No, no, it's on
He
Hope
said
Nail.
he
It's
said
on
let
Hope.
somebody else go. I think.
You want me to let somebody else go, Hope? We can't hear you at all.
Hope.
Yeah, we can't. I'll go with 4K while you go ahead and 4K. What do you think about that, great brother?
I glanced at him having a conversation with somebody on Twitter in regards to the UK thing, and he told them they didn't know what they was talking about. I didn't really get all the way off into it, so I don't see him. I honestly don't think it's true that he going to go fight in the UK. If it were, then of course it'll raise the question of, okay, well, why not fight in Saudi? But I can't go off of that. Because it's not even confirmed that he's fighting in the UK. So
right.
I'm just looking to see what's going on. I'm actually checking right now.
To see if it's any updates.
And I'm not really seeing anything. And we know he'll tweet and delete it. So that's pretty much gone.
Yeah. So Blue asked me a great question, right? He asked me a great question, and if Buzz was to go up and fight Canelo, will he then be ducking Spence too? I think that's a great question. I answered the question, but I want to hear you guys' response. I want to hear why don't you guys think it, or why do you think it could potentially be a duck? And then I'm gonna add a twist to that question once you guys answer it.
Y'all gonna hate me for my response, but I don't want to see Crawford versus Canelo. I've been saying that for months. I'm not a fan of that fight happening. I would rather see Crawford versus Boots. I just want to see a more a more even matchup. I didn't like the Charlo jumping up to fight Canelo. I didn't like what he got in there and did. And I know Terence Crawford is a whole different animal, but I just I don't want to see nobody jump up 2 weight classes, and I also don't want to see Canelo go down, or I don't want to see them at a catch weight and things like that. That's more of a prize fight. It's more of like watching an exhibition fight, more like a and no disrespect to them, y'all would probably disagree with me, but it's more so for me. It's more so like watching Floyd fight McGregor, but just with more boxing skills. Because they're both great fighters. So I'm not a fan of it. I would more so just like see him fight Boots. That's it. Yeah, I don't really.
To answer your question, I don't think you can call a man a duck when he already thoroughly kicked the crap out of the guy.
That too. My bad. I totally forgot that you had Spence in that question. But yeah, exactly what he said, what Marco said.
Oh,
And
Marco,
he did his job
that
in
was
regards to Spence.
your full response, Marco.
Yeah, I
But a
mean,
duck,
Hey,
but a duck isn't just because you already beat somebody. A duck could be that you ain't keep your word. He said he ain't keeping his word with the contract if he don't fight Spence.
Yeah, and
but
Spence did look out for him
would
by
that
making that fight.
qualify as a
And
duck?
a lot of fans feel like Spence gon' stand on business on the next one.
So
Right.
that's the thing, Sean. Would that qualify him as a duck? If he's not going to take the second fight and he has an opportunity to fight Canelo.
It's a gray area.
there's a difference between a duck and making business decisions, and yeah, gray area for sure.
Mm, okay.
I
So
want to
you
see
got,
Canelo.
huh?
That's me. I want to see him and Canelo though. That's just me.
I really
I
want
want
to
to
see
see
him
if
and
he
Canelo.
can. It's interesting because we want to see. I feel like if he's up for the challenge, if he could do that.
Yeah, because
I know. Go ahead.
what happens to Bud if he was to beat Canelo? What happens to him?
All-time
the-
great instantly.
Top
I mean,
five
do he instantly retire after that? Do he
for sure.
like what?
He
What's
should.
his next step?
That depends on how he feels
He's
and the type of
retiring.
momentum he gets up off of that
No,
fight.
trust me,
Right.
he's retiring.
He
He's
should retire to walk off in the sunset, but
Who else would you fight? Who else would you fight that you look? This is my thing. This is just me, my opinion. I feel like he will fight Canelo because he actually believes that's the last person with the biggest name that he believes he can beat. I don't
Mhm.
yeah,
think he
because
see.
you're right. You're right because there really is no other fight for him after Canelo. Like what other fight could match that legacy-wise?
David Benavidez is the only one.
And he
Yeah.
said he's not fighting David.
Nah, he's
Exactly.
not. He should, but obviously he won't.
He
Okay.
should. I don't know about if he should.
Why
I don't
not?
know about that.
I don't think he should fight neither, but I get what Marco is coming from. It's like if you
Reason
want to
why-
fight Canelo, it's like if you want to fight Canelo, why wouldn't you want to fight David? And the answer to that would be
Oh,
size. But it's kind
what?
of
I
like
didn't
jumping
mean-
up
I
two
was
weight
about to say,
classes.
what?
My bad. I didn't mean that Bud should fight Benavidez. I meant Canelo should fight Benavidez.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Canelo, yeah.
Yeah, nah. Bud should stay far away from Benavidez. That'd be a bad move.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you guys are already alluded to it, but I just want to make sure. Like, would Bud then be ducking? Would they consider him a duck for Boots if he don't? Because that was the reason why he didn't fight Boots, right? Because he's tied into a contract with EJ.
I'm
But
say
if
after
he-
this conversation.
But that's what I'm saying, because he okay. So the reason for Bud not fighting Boots is because he's in the contract with EJ. If however he exits the contract for EJ and then gets into a contract with Canelo, will people then say he ducked Boots?
Well,
But
he's not
then
fighting Boots because he said it himself that Boots is not a legacy building fight or a big money fight for him. That's all he wants now.
Which I like that. I like that sentiment. And I share the same sentiment. What do you think? What do you think?
Floyd fought
Jorge?
Canelo. Canelo was a young whippersnapper.
Mhm.
So I ain't
Agreed.
trying to hit.
Agreed.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to hit. Like that dude, Boots is a great fighter, bro. How is that not a legacy fight? I don't agree with that.
Mhm.
I don't agree with that. And
Well-
I'm not gonna go into the realm of calling Bud a duck. I just wholeheartedly disagree with what he's saying in regards to Boots. That's definitely a legacy fight.
Mhm.
That's the
Okay.
one person out of everybody that can match him. My bad to
No. That's you're making great points, by the way.
That's the
Go
one
ahead.
person we talked about this for like 3 hours, man. Like those are both two athletically like skilled fighters. It's gonna be great defense. It's gonna be great offense. It's gonna be blow for blow. We gonna see a definite chess match for 5 to 7 rounds. Like that's something that I would literally pay $120 for. Literally.
I think the problem
that's
is
an amazing fight. So I hate that like it's a 90% chance that we're not gonna get it.
I think
but
the problem
from
is
what
that
Bud said from what Bud said before, at first he was with it. He just said that all Boots had to do was say he wanted to fight, and now Boots is saying,
Cap.
what's going on then?
Cap.
Bud didn't say that?
He said it, but he was cap.
Oh,
when he
yeah,
said
but he said that, and then now like the energy is like totally shifted. So like I said, I'm not gonna go into the realm of calling anybody a duck, but it's like, bro, like come on. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Boots fight is a fight that we as boxing purists want to see, but
Mhm.
commercially, the value against Boots is nowhere near what it would be for Canelo, or that's why it's not legacy or money in Terrence's mind.
Well,
Because if
well,
Boots offered a lot of money, he would do it.
well, I will say this. I will say this. You saying that there will be a legacy fight, but Canelo himself has already acquired legacy. Canelo himself yields massive wealth, and we're gonna end our last words with this one. All right, he yields a massive amount of wealth. Matter of fact, he's the overall A side. If anyone talks about the A side, if anyone talks about the face of boxing, he's the alpha omega of all of it, right? So when you say a legacy fight, when you say a good money fight or whatnot, you're comparing it to of an era. I'm talking about one of the greatest A sides, and he is the face of boxing. So it becomes a opportunity, right? It becomes an opportunity. Whereas, yeah, Floyd did give a young whippersnapper in Canelo an opportunity, right? But what Floyd did has nothing to do with you. You will be beating someone. You will be a 3-time undisputed champion. This is what you will be giving up to fight Boots. 3-time undisputed champion, having had jumped up what 3 weight classes? 3 weight classes, dethroned the face of boxing in his era, and then you will have did all that while making a huge amount of money. There's no way that someone can tell me that he is a duck or even close to being a duck. I don't care. He can't be adjacent to a duck when you weigh it out like that with Boots versus Canelo. And if you guys are saying that if he was to beat Canelo, he can ride off into the sunset and become one of the greatest of all time with just that, it makes all the sense in the world. He has all the incentive in the world to take that fight because it makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
If he doesn't get it, then where does if he doesn't get it, then
If
and he doesn't fight Boots, what would you say?
That's a great question. That is a phenomenal question. I love that question.
Would he technically be a 3-time undisputed champion if he fought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Boots don't have what belts do Boots have?
The IBF.
He got the belt
Okay.
just now.
So he's stripped from just the IBF, or is there another belt that's
It's
for?
the IBF.
Because
He's only stripped of 1 belt.
yeah, but in somebody fighting for another belt in that weight class?
What was the point of that?
He only got stripped of 1 belt.
What was the point of that? Did that
Okay, I just
take
want
the
to make sure.
undisputed title from him?
Because everybody want to see Boots. That's why.
Shakur Stevenson career after his abrupt retirement. How would I define Shakur? Oh, that's a great question. How would I define Shakur Stevenson after his abrupt retirement? That's a great question.
It's not true. He hasn't retired yet.
Now he was saying like I guess he was saying hypothetically. Right now, it was a judgment right now. I think what Bud wants to have is the fact that he went up and he dethroned the face. Like, even if it was undisputed at 147, he already did that. Now he can be undisputed at 168. Like, no matter how you slice or splice it, it makes more sense to go the Canelo route if you have that opportunity. Now, Fo asked me a question. He said, if he don't get the Canelo fight, then what? If he don't get the Canelo fight, my purest boxing heart in me want to see that fight with Bud and Boots so bad. You see what I'm saying? I want to see that so bad because I think it'll be a work of art. Each one of these guys, you cannot really describe their style of boxing. You can't really just because it's so fluid. These are the 2 guys that are the most comparable and most uncomparable to any other boxers. It's only 2 that complement each other, right? And I expressed this to Fo, and I said that they both don't have the blueprint to each other. So in real time, while watching that fight, we will see them figure out the blueprint to each other while they make adjustments to each other's adjustments. It's going to be a work of art. It's going to be a thing of beauty. You see what I'm saying? That's what I truly want to see through and through. But I can't lie and say I won't understand Bud's motives if the other option was on the table. You see what I'm saying? So I can see why he would take that route. It makes sense. If it was my son, if Bud was my son, I would tell him to take that route to secure himself. But the box appearance in me, I want to see Boots and Bud for sure.
You know what's confusing about that whole situation?
Shoot.
Is that and don't take me wrong because I don't really know how to articulate this, but the only person that has to be great on that night is Boots. Boots has to go in that ring and be perfect against Bud. Now, Sean gonna get mad at me for this. I want to see the fight, but I got Bud winning. But it wouldn't be outside of the realm for me to see Boots win. So I just want to see Boots be great. Boots has to be great on that night. And that's what's confusing me. It's like Bud is already great. Bud is already proven. Boots is proven himself. You know, we already know he's good. We already know he's a legend in the making and things like that. So that's why it's confusing as to why Bud isn't taking the fight for me in regards to that. I get the Canelo thing. I get the if I beat Canelo, then I don't have to, but it's just like if you don't and then you don't fight Boots, then it's just like, what was the point of it all, you know? But yeah, Sean, you got it.
So those was your last words, Fo?
Huh?
Those was your last words? Because
yeah, that was my last words in regards to that situation.
Okay. So last words, everyone. Sean, what'd you have to say, great brother?
So first of all, seeing that fight would be a literal piece of art, like a masterpiece of art.
For sure.
In boxing. Like literally they're both mirror images of each other in a sense. So that's why I push for that fight so much. And it's no other fight to me that justifies Bud not fighting Canelo. Bud not fighting Boots. The only person is Canelo. So if he ends up fighting Canelo, I'll let it slide. I guess. But at the same time, I won't. But my last thing is I agree with you, Fo. Like he does have to. He's the only one that really does have to be great. And how great would that be to be able to prove himself against the best fighter?
Oh man, his star status is going to shoot up.
Like
it's going to shoot up. It's ridiculous.
Your first fight, proving yourself is against the best fighter in the world and an all-time great. Mm-hmm. Like, what does that say about you already? And it's
for sure. For sure.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm messing up with last words.
Okay. Marco, you want to give your last words, great brother? Marco, you want to give your last words, great brother?
He kind of disappeared a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't think you hear me.
I had a question before I leave, Ace. I had one last question for y'all.
Go ahead and shoot.
I'm trying to bring it back. I got confused. I got distracted by the chat. I was answering a couple of questions in the chat.
So I'll answer L-Dub Boxing. And can everyone please smash the like button as we bring the show to a close? Please smash the like button. L-Dub, your boxing, your question. I think that Shakur Stevenson, he would be known as somebody that would have been great if he was to retire right now. Everyone would talk about how good he was, how skillful he was. Cut it out, Shine. How defensively sound he was.
Three-time division champion. And
if he
great.
Listen, that 3-time division champion, and then the next thing they're gonna say, the next thing people are gonna say against who? They're gonna say, did he fight Devin? Did he fight Tank? Did he fight Tio?
Did Devin fight him? Did Tio fight him?
but he was the one that retired. If he was to
Still ain't gonna
retire,
fight, but them
if
other
he
three
was
ain't
to
gonna fight each
retire
other
right
either.
now, if he was to retire right now, this is what will be said. This is what will be uttered. He
Just
would
so
have
y'all
been
know,
one
them
of the
other three
greats.
ain't gonna fight each other either. Just so y'all know.
So without being interrupted by Sean, because because he moist. What your bitch say? Moist. So
my gun, man.
come on, man. Come on. Not that on the live, man. So yeah. But like I said, he would have been known as one of the potential greats. Like he would have been known as somebody that could have been, up there on the Mount Rushmore. So I really don't think it's wise for Shakur Stevenson to retire this with the amount of talent that he has. He's like a volcano that I haven't seen erupt yet. You know what I mean? And I think his best years are ahead of him. So
I remember my
that's
closing
what will
question.
be said. That's what will be said, Ripper.
I remember my closing question.
Oh, go ahead, shoot.
I mean, of course, we still got Spence in the sport of boxing, but I don't know how much longer Spence gonna stay. And if Crawford fights Canelo and rides off into the sunset, or he don't fight neither Canelo nor Boots, this question is about Boots. Where does that leave him? Like, who is he gonna have to build his legacy off of if he doesn't get that fight? Because it takes a while for fighters to build up to make it to that point. So I'm just like, well, that's kind of like, if I was a great fighter, if I was one of the greats, and I got this young up and coming fighter, you know what I'm saying, looking around, and I know that it ain't really too many people out here that can beat me. And outside of me being that fighter to be beat, to be great, there's nobody else. I would give that young fighter that opportunity. So I'm just like, well, what does that leave Boots if he doesn't get that fight with Crawford? legacy
You saying
wise.
if he don't get that fight with Canelo, yeah?
If Crawford don't fight,
if Boots
don't end
don't
up
get the
fighting
fight with
Canelo,
Canelo,
or and he don't fight Boots, where does that leave Boots in regards to like who is there left for him to build his legacy off of? Because if he beats Spence right now, we still gonna want to see him fight somebody else that's great. So it's like, how many great names do we have left for him? I mean, I know we still got Caleb Plant. We still got the Charlo brothers and things like that, but do we have another Terence Crawford?
He'll have to go up so many levels to, he'll have to go up in weight for those guys.
So how would we be able to give him credit? That's what I'm saying. Like where would we get that credit? We know he's a great fighter, but where would we get that? Where we dig that credit up? You know what I'm saying, to give him? That's kind of like why I want the fight.
You're looking for the names, right? What names that he's going to be able to put on his belt to solidify and to say he was in fact one of the greatest because he fought these names. Yeah. Man,
it'll be some young guns, but that's the thing. Boost don't. I mean, Bud probably don't think that he. I mean, he probably don't think that Bud is the only one that can solidify Boost's resume. He feel like it's other people that could beat Boost. Probably he probably don't look at Boost like we look at Boost for real. He probably think he good, but he probably don't think he on the same tier is what we put him on. So that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so not only that, like what you're saying makes sense to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I would do. And I'll end with this. It's something that I would do. My grandfather, you guys ever heard of MacArthur, the milk company?
Mm-hmm. I went to MacArthur High School, but I never heard
the milk company. It's red and white. MacArthur, like it's red and white. It's a milk company. So what my grandfather did was, my grandfather was the first black man to own his routes from MacArthur. He worked in the factory when he was young, maybe like 16 or something like that. He worked his way up through the factory. Then he got his way to become an owner operator for the company. When he was very, very young, he had 4 trucks, he had 4 employees, and my stepdad and his brothers and sisters, they will all get up early in the morning, like 5 in the morning, and they would make deliveries to all of my grandfather's customers, all of my grandfather's the stores. So he owned all the routes that was in Miami, and he made a significant amount of money inside of the 70s, right? When my grandfather was done with that business and he was moving on, he then looked for. There was two individuals that was battling for the business because none of my uncles wanted it and my aunt didn't want it. They were spoiled, right? So they were so used to it was upper middle class, and they were used to having things. They wasn't used to working the business, on the other side, right? So he couldn't give it to one of them because they didn't want it, and he would want to give it to someone who wanted the opportunity and who understood the opportunity just as much as him. There was a Spanish guy and there was a black guy. So naturally, he gave the opportunity, the first right of refusal, to a black guy, but then the black guy didn't understand the opportunity because he looked at my grandfather as, just another Aboriginal person and was like, hey man, hook me up, man, give me a discount. He's like, give you a discount, dude. You're the only one that own these roots. Like MacArthur are trying to buy these roots back from me. Do you understand that? They're trying to own these. They want to buy these roots back. Like, why wouldn't you give me what you already have and what you know that I deserve, and I'm already giving you a discount? Why do you want a discount on a discount? And then there was another Latino guy that wanted to overpay him for the roots because he understood the value. He understood that if it went back to MacArthur, it was never going to give it back, right? Yeah. So inevitably, the guy fell out of the black guy fell out of deals with my grandfather, and he ended up giving it to the Latino fella, which they family still own those roots to this day, right? Mm-hmm. It's been well over 40 years. So sometimes you can want to do certain things for certain people, and then that's because that's just your heart. That's who you are, right? You will want to give that opportunity to that boxer because that's what you will have wanted done for you, right? Mm-hmm. I realized growing up that's a very individual thing. It's individual. Like, some people will feel like your success is going to depend on you. The same way I do it, you can do it, and they're not going to care. You see what I'm saying? Right. I would want to, so I'm gonna end it with this. I would want to see Bud Crawford do that, but it's not his responsibility to do that for Boots. You see what I'm saying?
Did it for him though.
Right. But like I said, it's very personal. Like, I would do that. You would do that. Blue would do that. You see what I'm saying? Shine would do that. But that doesn't mean everybody would do that. And we've seen it. You see what I'm saying? So that's my response. It would be something that I would have to sit and I would have to see, and I would love if it's done. But if it's not done, I will understand that it's not his responsibility. And even though it may leave a bad taste in my mouth, I still would say that, I can understand where he's coming from. But I would love for him to do it for Boots, for sure.
Okay.
No, John Phillips, Shakur's not retiring. It's just frustration.
Right. But
all right, brothers.
Yep.
All right,
guys.
4K. You see, I got the 4K going on today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sean, they starting on you.
Man, the shrink is just crazy. I had a big old afro on top of my head, and then it get twisted up.
Yeah.
It look like I ain't got no hair.
Yeah, facts.
It's weird, man.
That's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
I don't want to do this, but I gotta do this. 27-10 Chiefs.
No.
What did he say?
Oh no, you don't drop off like that. Blue, I'm finna call him.
What did he say?
Oh man, he said 27-10 Chiefs. He said, "Sorry, I gotta do this."
Oh wow.
Oh no, man.
And they gonna dip off?
Oh no, man.
Wow.
Hey, Blue,
that's wild.
Blue, that message came prematurely.
Yo, he tweaking.
That's wild.
All right, Sean Carr got revoked for the rest of the week.
I'm finna give him. I hate the Chiefs, but I'm finna give him a call. All right, brother. Appreciate
bro.
Y'all having me up.
Right.
Love y'all.
Right.
Love you too,
brother.
Love
you too, man. All right. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I said hello like a
hello.
I'm tired now. Hey, when I heard that story from my granddad, I was like, damn, Papa, why you wait for me to be born?
Fact.
Yeah, man.
Fact.
What? Yo, this dude was making, my grandpa was making $2,500 to like sometimes $3,000 a week in the 70s, early 70s. In the 70s, he showed me his books in the 70s.
Crazy.
That's great money now.
Right.
I was like, what? But my stepfather and the kids, they were so spoiled. They didn't want to do it. They hated the business because they grew up in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that's what happened, man.
Yep.
That's what happened. But yeah, Blue. I'm gonna send you the email. I got it typed out. I want you to look through it. I don't know. Do you prefer to look through it, or you prefer to hear it?
Yeah. No, I prefer to hear it.
You prefer to hear it?
Yeah, call me tomorrow and we chop it up.
All right, man. You gotta cut out some time, man. If it ain't the wife, I ain't doing it, man.
I got you. I'm on it.
All right. We'll talk tomorrow.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So what we got for y'all, we gone. Peace.
Peace.